YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome back to Phasmophobia. Today, we're gonna be doing something crazy. We're gonna be doing a no evidence run on Nightmare Mode. Now, I haven't done a no evidence run in a while. I like doing these because they're very educational, usually, for the people watching, because I have to use all of the tricks that you, like, all of the secondary tricks you can use to figure out ghosts. So, in a no evidence challenge, you are not allowed to use any evidence items, which means that in the way that you find out the ghost is by using its strengths and its weaknesses, which is a really fun way to play the game. It's actually totally possible. We're gonna be trying it out on Nightmare Mode, which is gonna make it much harder than professional, which you might not immediately realize, but there's a few ways you can get evidence even without using the evidence items. But on Nightmare Mode, you're only gonna get 2, so it's gonna be even harder. We're gonna have to use all of our brain. I hope it is gonna work. I don't know. I haven't tried this on Nightmare Mode yet. It's gonna be fun. I hope you join me. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. But let's not waste any more time on the top into the game. Let's go. Narrows this game. Thank you for the 8 months. Ooh, it's raining. It's a rainy day. So we're gonna throw away, first of all, all these evidence items. We don't need those. We don't need no evidence items. We got all of this. Now, the only reason we have UVs is because we have salt. And you have to use, like, well, you don't have to, but we're gonna use the salt to figure out if it's a wraith or something. And then you need a UV to see it. We got James Johnson. We can do all of these objectives. Noise. Let's go in there. Let's see if we can do this. So we don't have the board, which the board actually allows you, even on professional, without the EMF tool, to get EMF. So we won't know if it is an EMF ghost or not. The only thing we will know is if we're gonna get freezing or not. But even that doesn't matter, because like, if we don't get freezing, it doesn't mean it's not a freezing ghost. Like, it could still be a freezing ghost. So we really, really hope that we get freezing, but if we don't, it's gonna be tough. I think I'm gonna start immediately with the paramic, because there's a few ghosts that could, like the Myling or the Banshee, could actually immediately tell us what they are through the paramic. There's a literal ribcage. Holy shit. That's a long one. There's a ribcage right there. Oh, that's me unlocking the door, I think. I'm gonna turn on all the lights. Now, you could think that we should be able to get, like, photos of fingerprints, but we don't allow that. The only thing we allowed in the past was freezing, and 16 in here. It threw the laptop. That is a big boy throw. Another throw. 2 already. Let me turn on the breaker in the basement. Okay, we got the ghost location. We need to do so many different tests. This is gonna be crazy because of Nightmare Mode. We're gonna have to do a ton of different things, but it will be a fun time. And hopefully, we'll be able to rule it down. We might not be able to 100% do it every time, because it's a very hard challenge. It can also be very easy sometimes. If you get a lucky ghost, it can be very easy. Depends. Can you talk on this box for me? Is this broken? I think the spirit box noises, weren't they broken? I have not heard a single paramic noise since the update. Maybe they actually, I think they broke it. Wait, that's actually gonna make it so much harder to do this. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Can you give us a sign? Can you throw something? We're getting readings though, so the ghost is definitely here. It hasn't moved yet. So we need to get every single piece of information that we can out of this ghost. We're gonna set up motion sensors, because the motion sensors will allow us to test if it's roaming or not, which is gonna be important for, like, urays, for example. If we can smudge it and then we see it roam, then we know it's not a uray. So let's get the motion sensor. I'm gonna take 2 motion sensors and a photo cam. Wait, did I already have a photo cam in there? I think I did. Yeah, so we don't need that. Gonna bring the salt or crucifix for, like, a potential demon or banshee. Yeah, we can take the bone. We can take the bone later. The bone's not gonna go anywhere. It's literally waiting for us at the door. It's like a loyal dog. Yeah, if it's a banshee, you can hear it on the paramic, hopefully. Because I've heard that people had some trouble with getting it to work. We're gonna place these out here, I guess. It's a little bit hard to see. You can't place them in the doorway in this one. All right, are you still here? You wanna, I threw the crucifix. Stand over here in this corner. It's not gonna hunt, right? If it's a demon and it hunts early, I'm so fucking dead if I stand here. Can you talk with me? I think it's even thrown the button. No, I don't think it has. So we have, whoa! Aha, so it's not a phantom. You look so weird. I actually really like this new ghost model. That's a lot of, I should stop. Wait a minute. My sanity is bye-bye. What's the cursed item we have? Can you give us a sign? Can you talk? What's the cursed item? Oh, it's gonna be the doo-doo doll. Totally. No? Wait. Did we have a summoning circle downstairs? I think we did, right? Wait a minute. Is it the tarot cards? Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. That's bullshit. What am I supposed to do with that? It's blinking lights over here. That doesn't necessarily... I don't know if the blinking lights even means anything anymore. Like, I've had ghosts blink lights across the map, and then it not being the twins. Also, was that a twin interaction earlier? It threw this, and then touched something else. Very close to get... Oh. Can you give us a sign? Should probably place 2 crucifixes. I'm gonna place 2 crucifixes. We're gonna set up a little bit more. I'm gonna put these higher so I won't trigger them if I go under. How? Why is it? I don't understand this. This definitely works. Like here, it works, I guess. But now it doesn't work ever. Like, why are they so busted? What's going on? Hello? Motion sensor, I'm here. Like, you can't crouch under certain walls. If you place the motion sensor on them, you can't crouch under this. Like here, this works perfectly fine. I can place it this high, and it won't detect me. This one, no matter how... Wait, now it's working. Wait, am I stupid? Oh, okay. Well, just place it a few times, and it works eventually. Anyway, I don't know. Oh, it's because I'm looking up? Wait, really? Wait a minute. That would be interesting. Let's try it. I've never thought about that. Okay, so we have the smudge objective, which is actually going to be useful to know if we smudged the ghost correctly. We needed, what did we need? Salt? I guess we do a wraith check now. And then anything else? A candle? Or the other crucifix? We want the other crucifix. We also want to do a candle check. So we basically... I should probably go at this pretty, like, structured and organized. But we're gonna, like, go through some simple ones first. Like, the simple one we already ruled out is Phantom. Can't be a Phantom. We need to count the amount of ghost events to kind of have an idea what our sanity is. I've been in the light this whole time, so I shouldn't be far below what the ghost did. So let's see. I can go under this. Oh, it turned on a light. Not a mare. That's the check for a mare. If it turns on a light ever, it's not a mare. So we already know a few ghosts that it... What the fuck? I swear I just turned the light off and then it... Wait. Huh? Excuse me? That's weird. It's messing with me? Okay. Let's turn this back on. Didn't thank you for the 2 months. No Ginny? No Gin? Yes, we're getting lots of... Okay, so... Yeah, if you've wanted a video... Because I know a lot of people wanted a video where I just go over... Let's see, if I go like this, it's fine. No, it doesn't have to do with looking up at all. I don't know, it's just strange. Just place him a few times, eventually it works apparently. Turn that shit off. Keep it off. No reading after dark. It'll mess up your eyes. Said every mom ever in the 90s. Alright. We don't need a photo anymore. We need to be careful not to shine the light on windows. Where's my salt? There it is. We want to check for Wraith now, which Wraith is probably... Wraith, when people think of no evidence runs, they probably think of this, like the salt check on wraiths, that is like the most common no evidence thing. So we know, what do we know and why? We know it's not a djinn because it turned off a light. We know it's not a djinn because it turned off the breaker. We know it's not a phantom because we took the ghost photo and it didn't disappear. So we have these two. We know it's not a mare because it turned on a... Oh, hello. Wait, I can't... I need you to despawn, probably. Do I just place the salt? Can I do that under you? Hi, it worked! Get away from me! I can place it under his feet. That's how you can make sure to get salt, especially larger rooms can be really difficult sometimes. So taking doing this where you place the salt under their feet can be a good way to get it. But now sometimes they don't step after you do that, like right now. Hello? 2 ghost events, right? We need to remember the amount of ghost events because it's going to be very important for our sanity. Oh. It's very, I'm glad we saw that light turn on because it's definitely turning off this light a lot. It's not stepping. I don't think it did. It stepped in the salt, but it didn't actually do footsteps. You would hear them. It's stuck in the bed. That'd be kind of ridiculous. Can you give us a sign? Can you show yourself? What the fuck, man? I couldn't turn on the lights for that ghost event. What? That was a strange thing. He really is active. This is some, like... What the fuck? Is this some Oni shenanigans? Like... It's definitely... Okay, so next ghost we know it can't be. This bad boy right here. I don't think it's a fucking shade. I think we can safely say that shade is off the... Use the crucifix. Use the crucifix? Okay. We have a few options now. We have a few options. We could eat pills. It's probably just a normal hunting ghost, right? I don't think it's a demon. I don't think it's a demon because demons hunt early. Like obviously you can read all the ghost strengths and weaknesses here, but there's also some extra things that the ghosts don't say here, like that they don't, there's the hidden abilities that are sometimes much more useful. So the cursed possession drain is literally pointless here because we have the tarot cards. I don't know if it applies to that even. This has not happened. So the demon can hunt at 100% sanity, and it can hunt at 75 sanity. I definitely think we were lower, like we were below 50 here, because we got 4 ghost events, which each ghost event drops you between 10 and 15. So we were, like, the highest would have been at 60, but we also were in the dark sometimes, right? It could be an Oni, or a yokai, as you guys are saying, because we are very active. So let's... It's hard to... You want to rule out ghosts more than you want to, like, tunnel vision. If you have... Because we literally... We know it's not freezing, but that doesn't tell us anything at all, because we're on nightmare mode. So the only thing we have is that it's more likely to be one of these than one of these. But only slightly more likely. So if it comes down to that, we might use that knowledge. Like, if it comes down to... a 50-50 between 2 ghosts. Yeah, oh yeah, we do know that it's not a Hantu. We do know that. Okay, good call in the chat. Hantus, there's a few ghosts that have forced evidences on nightmare mode. The Goryo will always have dots. The Hantu will always have freezing. And the Obake will always have fingerprints. Now, these two are pointless. Goryo and Obake are pointless for us. But the Hantu not having, like, the fact that there's no freezing rules out Hantu for us. Although Hantu would have been a very easy ghost to rule out otherwise. Because they've changed, Hantu has a new hidden ability where it doesn't speed up during a hunt when it sees the player. It is purely based off of the temperature. So if you have the breaker on, you can just loop the ghost. You can loop the Hantu around any, like, couch or something, and it'll never catch up to you. So that's a really easy way to tell them apart. Myling would be a very easy one during a hunt. Raichu would be a very easy one during a hunt. Revenant would be very easy during a hunt. So let's go through them like this, right? Spirit, we'd have to get low sanity and then smudge it and count how long it takes before it hunts again. That is the best way to tell spirits apart. The spirit has 3-minute cooldown when you smudge it, whereas any other ghost is 1.5. The Wraith, we still need to get the footsteps. We haven't seen those yet. This should be an easy one to figure out, though. Phantom is impossible. Jinn is impossible. Banshee is possible. I'm probably going to actually move the crucifix now for that. I want to place only one crucifix in the middle of the room. If that one stops the ghost very reliably, it's probably a Banshee, because in the middle of the room, the ghost should find like a corner of the room where it can hunt him. But against a Banshee, the crucifix stops him at like a double range. So the crucifix is like a much wider range. Also, it left the ghost room. It's the first time it's done that. Is it gonna go back? We're gonna wait until it goes back, maybe, while we talk about the ghosts. Mare is in, or Poltergeist. It's done a few things, but maybe not enough. Maybe not enough. I don't think it's done it enough. We have... It stepped on that one, but it didn't go back into the room, I'm guessing. It can be a mare. It could be a poltergeist, but a little bit less likely. A little bit less likely that it's a demon. Yurei has a special ability that you can actually tell that it happens. It closes a door without a ghost event. That's how you know that it's a Yurei doing the special ability. We haven't seen that yet. Oni, actually, probably, if I were to have to leave right now, Oni would be my guess because of the activity. Goryo is probably going to be the hardest one by far. Goryo is actually a decent possibility here, because this is the first time it's ever roamed, right? The first time it left the room. Oh, it's gonna go back. There you go. Now it's back in the room. The first time it roamed, oh, now it's leaving again. Maybe not, because the one thing you can use if you do a pure no evidence run where you can't use the dots, because the way you can tell a Goryo is using the dots, right? But we don't have that, because that's not allowed on a no evidence run. So Goryo is pretty much impossible to tell apart, except the weakness, which is they are rarely seen far from the place of death. So if you have a roaming ghost, you can pretty much rule out the Goryo. But that could be a possibility. Hantu is impossible. Yokai is very possible. Myling and Raichu and Revenant are going to be very easy during a hunt. The twins, we had a somewhat suspicious twin interaction near the start, but that might not be the case. On Rio, we'd have to do some candle tests later in the game. Obake is literally impossible. Some of these are like... So, obviously you can use this, right? You can use... This has a very, very obvious weakness where you can just see the fingerprints, and sometimes it doesn't show the fingerprints. But that's the one thing we can't do. So, Obake is going to be like... That would be pretty much impossible for this challenge, so let's hope that it's not that one. Goryo and Obake are by far the hardest for a pure no evidence run. On Rio would be pretty easy to tell by placing candles and seeing if it just stops hunting when we're at 0 sanity. The Mimic, we'd have to get lucky somewhere throughout the run and get like something weird to happen that we can't explain unless it's a Mimic. The Twins is, we're gonna have to pay very close attention where it's hunt from and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in now. We have done a little bit of a look-see. There's still lots of possible ghosts, so we're nowhere safe. I'm gonna bring in the salt again. Wait, oh no, I can't because my inventory is full. I'm gonna have a smudge now. We're gonna... I did turn off the breaker again? Makes sense, but... Yeah, it did. Let's turn that back on. Pill time? I don't want to take the pills yet. We want to kind of do 2 runs. I listened for twin interaction, didn't come there. Let's turn this back on and place the crucifixes now. I don't want to eat pills. I don't want to eat pills because we want to use those later. Now we want to get some hunt tests out of the way. We want to know if it's a Myling. Oh, it used a crucifix. Okay. It's really going ham on these. Hey, that sucks. Knock on that window. Can I please pick this up? Thank you. It knocked on the window. Listen for 2 interactions. We haven't gotten any. What cursed options we have? Tarot cards. Very useless for no evidence. We might use them for fun later. No 2 interactions happening right now. Is it gonna hunt? Obviously some go... Wait. Why is it so shiny? Why is this such a hazy flashlight? Or such a hazy crucifix? What the fuck? Radio? It's trying to bait me over here. It's definitely active. Hey, Ghost, can you hunt me? Oh. Okay, then. So, with that, that's like our bait. Like, now we kind of don't know if it's ever gonna... If it's a Banshee, it's gonna be very hard. It seems a Banshee is actually quite a possibility here because it used all of the crucifix before it ever hunted. Actually possible to be a Banshee. Check for footsteps. Yeah, we don't have salt here. I need more salt later. We need to get hunted first. The Wraith check will come later. The Wraith check will probably come after we do, like, after we eat all the pills again. Let's get the, let's get the demon, or not the demon. It's definitely not a demon. Well, it could be, but I feel like Banshee's actually pretty possible here. Because of the crucifix usage. It's not, I mean, the demon, it has tried to hunt 4 times, right? So, it's a pretty aggressive ghost. The demon will be easy to figure out later. Because the demon only has a 1-minute smudge timer. If you smudge the ghost, it'll only be deactivated for 1 minute. And it'll hunt much more frequent than other ghosts, which it's not doing right now. But we're also might not be at 0 sanity. Are you gonna... There you go. It's hunting for the first time. Let's do our first check, shall we? Well, and that's how it goes. Like, the thing with a no evidence run, I think we're gonna do one more. Just to get a little bit of a feel for some other things and some other scenarios you can run into. Because this is definitely an outlier. It can be easy sometimes. It can be hard sometimes. There we very obviously saw the slowest of ghosts, which you can identify in a few ways. You can identify it with the footstep noise alone. You don't even have to get get chased to see the speed of the rev here. Obviously, because it's Willow, we can actually look through the glass. But you can also hear that it's very slow-paced footsteps compared to other ghosts. But this is like the few ghosts. Like, there's a few ghosts that you can very easily tell. Oh, let's do it again. Should we actually see the speed this time? You guys want to see the speed? You guys want to see Need for Speed? Woo, baby! That's also a very interesting thing, that the ghosts, after they stop hunting, they teleport sometimes back to their room and then do one more there. But yeah, this is the way you tell a Revenant apart. Revenant does not have any special behavior. They can be aggressive like this. This ghost tried to hunt quite a lot of times. But just the speed is how you tell them apart. This was a hunt type of ghost. You have different types of ghosts. The hardest ghost by far. Like, a few ghosts are gonna be impossible. Like, if we get a Goryo or a Baka, it's gonna be very difficult. But you know what? You know what? We should pull like a few cards just for funsies. Let's do that. I know you guys want to see that. Let me do that real quick. Andron Studios, thank you for the 5. Don't do it. No, we're pulling like 2, just to see. Okay. Okay, different than... Fuck! Okay. This is fine. This is the last thing we do. So you can actually break line of sight. Is it gonna come? Let me test this. Okay, I'm just gonna hide. This is a bit... You hear the absolute slowness of that ghost? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, okay, so let's, I pulled a few cards. We're gonna do another one, because obviously it's possible when you get a Revenant. There's certain ghosts that are gonna be easier than others. I just want to do it one more time. To see if that was not a fluke. I mean, it was definitely a fluke, but like there's a lot of ghosts you could get lucky with. There's definitely some harder scenarios that you can still figure out. Certain ones are going to be impossible in no evidence, but I think it's more often than not it's possible. That was a very good one for a no evidence run. We got 300 buckaronis. Let's go back one more time. Come on. Can I? Hello? Hello? Game? My game is, there we go. All right, so that was 4 ghost events back to back, which dropped our sanity enough so we could start hunting and used all of the crucifix. Like there were lots of possibilities here, but you're just like, kind of like ruling out as much as you can. Gilganis, thank you for the 5 gift subs and the 1,000 biddies earlier as well. Okay, I think Willow is probably one of the best maps for this, honestly, so we're gonna do it again there. So what's it gonna be this time? We got a nice little rain. Let's throw away all the evidence items. No stinky evidence items in here. We got Margaret Anderson. Escape the ghost during a hunt, ghost event, and much nice. Reports of accursed objects. Let's go in there and see how hard, easy, impossible it's gonna be this time. You can literally get the easiest ones or the hardest ones during this. It's gonna be a Shade now. Shade would probably be one of the easier ghosts to actually figure out, honestly. It's not tarot cards this time. It's also not... I don't even know why I bring a Paramount. I just like it. The Breaker and the Boner. Oof, bang. What do we got? Mirror? Nope. Board? Nope. It's gotta be the Summoning Circle or the Doo-Doo-Doll. The Doo-Doo-Doll. Oh, no, wait. What was that 5? We just had a game where there was a constant 5 on this bed. But I guess it's not. I saw the 5 for a second there. Is it gonna be? It's not. It's a Summoning Circle. That's interesting. I'm not gonna use that because it would literally drop our sanity to 0. Which is gonna make the no evidence run a billion times harder. So we're not gonna do that. We do have it though. We can take a photo of it already. Can you give us a sign? We should probably actually hold... You know what? It's actually gonna be the best thing. We should hold a candle. I'm gonna swap this out for a candle. Hopefully I haven't lost any sanity yet. But the most important part of a reliable no sanity or a no evidence run is that you only drop sanity by ghost events. Because on Nightmare, you don't have any idea what your sanity is, so you can't really detect early hunting ghosts unless you have paid very close attention to your sanity. Thank you, White Wolf Gaming, for the 500 biddies, and thank you for watching the video. So let's hold this. Let's hold the candle, and... I guess a motion sensor, in case we feel like we know kind of where the ghost is. We'll place it. No doo-doo-doll. That is nice. That is indeed nice. Center Cookers, thank you for the tier 3, 6 months in advance. Holy shit. Thank you. Candle in the rain. Okay. Can you give us a sign? Let's close all the doors so we know where the ghost is. It's being very quiet, which could be somewhat of a sign. Uh-huh. That is definitely a sign. Basement? It's gonna be a little spicy. Let's go grab ourselves the stuff that we put upstairs. Thank you so much again, Finks. We place the thing here. This is actually part of the room, so if it touches this, it doesn't mean that it leaves the room. It's freezing. That is very nice. Okay, so we have, I mean, 2 times in a row, we got Well, the first time we got a Revenant, which was a bit easier. We actually have freezing this time, which does narrow it down to like half the ghost, which immediately saves us quite a bit of time. Although some of those ghosts are very easy, right? Wraith is very easy, Phantom is very easy, Raichu, Myling, Goryo, and Obake are off the table though. That's very nice. I think with that we can actually do this. Like, this is gonna be a possible run, albeit potentially incredibly difficult. It just turned off the breaker. Not a Jin. We got our first ghost that is still possible ruled out. Not a Jin. No. Turn off the breaker. Doesn't do that. Very cool. Yeah, okay. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. That's not where you are. Why not Jin? Because it turned off a breaker? That's actually the thing. You would think that Jins are easier to detect by speed and stuff like that. But the easiest way to actually detect that it's not a Jin is by it turning off a breaker. If it ever turns off a breaker, it's not a Jin, because Jins can't do that. Gotta stay hydrated. Also check that mannequin. Why though? Because their power is reliant on the breaker being on. Can you give us a sign? It blew out the candle, didn't hunt me. Can be an Onryo. So it did blow it out right away. Interesting. If it blows it out and then we just get hunted from there, we're gonna die. But at least we figured out the ghost. It could be a Hantu. Whoa, Hitweir, thank you for the, what the fuck? Holy shit. Thank you for the 20 gift subs. That's insane. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alrighty, ghost. Give us a sign. We should be extremely high sanity. Demon is an option. Demon is the only ghost that can hunt us. Right now. Thank you guys. Hamburger Burst. Thank you for the prime. Can you give us a sign, please? Hello, ghost. Can you show yourself? Freezing. That's a really nice thing to have. Which kind of, I mean, we blew it out again. So Onryos also have a higher chance of blowing up. The smoke doesn't even come from the wick. It comes from the side of it. Alright, give us a sign. Hello? We need some behavior, baby. What's her name again? Margaret Anderson. Margaret Anderson, can I place the candle on top of this somehow? You blink the lights. I can't. Shitty Shade. Shitty Shade would be an option. We are getting very little activity. Shaharald, thank you for the gift sub. Mion, thank you for the prime. And Saro, thank you for the 4 months. Thank you, guys. Can you give me a sign? Why are you doing so little? Should we spread out the items? Let's spread out the items, because this place actually does not have that many items. So if we spread them out a little bit more across the hallway, no matter where the ghost is. Sharon Diamandis, thank you, or Diamandis, thank you for the 10 gift subs as well. Holy shit. Thank you. Thank you. So we're spreading it out. We're doing like a path of this, so there's always going to be something to interact with, no matter where the ghost is in this room. Which can kind of gauge a more consistent activity level that way. Because the ghost can just stand in a place where there's nothing to interact with, and then you might... What the fuck are you guys doing? IDPB Brissa, thank you for the 10 gift subs as well. Chill out. Chill. Shh. Shh. It stepped on that. It stepped on the motion sensor. Wait a minute. I should even put items on the stairs. Because that's also a part of this ghost room. Sassy Panda, thank you for the gift sub. Or for thinking of your own sub. Rabara Sorona, thank you for the sub. How to find the ghost room? Sound, mostly. If you can hear the ghost, you know where it is. So just wait for interactions to start happening, and then you can find it that way. There is so much stuff, and it is throwing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Is this actually a shade? Don't be a shade. It blew out the candle. Is it actually a shade? Oh, fuck, man. Stepping on there. Hey, Ghost, can you do something? Cinder Cookers, thank you for the 10 more gift subs. Thank you. We're gonna have to play some more motion sensors, shall we? We need some... Okay, we can go under that. And when we're standing up, it triggers, right? Yes. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much, Shinta Cookus. It's rare. Thank you for another 5 gift subs. What in the actual frick? Wild. What is happening? This is literally insane. Who drank the red rum with the 10 gift subs chiming in? I can't concentrate. What am I doing? Wraith doesn't matter, so we don't need the salt. We need the motion sensors. Let's just break them all. Thank you guys so much. It stepped on the motion sensor. I just heard it. Yeah, Jins can indirectly turn off breaker. Yeah, I know. That's like an... But actually, I'm sure. It's totally true. I should... Obviously. I didn't say that because it's completely irrelevant most of the time. But yeah, that is the one thing they can do. So you have to be a little careful. If the Jin turns on 8 lights in a small room, which doesn't happen ever unless you turned on every single light, and then the Jin turns on 1 more light, then it can happen. But most of the time, the breaker turns off. It's the ghost doing it. The way you can tell that is if you turn on too many lights. Let's say we break the breaker. I don't know if I can do this. This might be the... Okay, let's break the breaker. The difference is very easy to tell. If the ghost turns off the breaker and you had some lights on, so let's say you had some lights on and the breaker goes off and then you turn it back on, the lights will still be on. However, if we break the breaker by turning on too many lights, which seems to be very hard. Draken, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Why is it not breaking? Hello? Did they increase the limit? Excuse me? There you go. So that turned off the breaker. And the way you can tell is now that I turn on the breaker again, all the lights are off. So all the lights are off because if you overload the breaker by turning on too many lights, it'll turn off all the lights as the breaker turns off. So that's the way you can tell the difference between the ghost doing it or you doing it or the ghost doing it. If you have already turned on 7 lights and the ghost turns on 1 more, then the breaker will pop and you might think that it is the ghost doing it, but it might just be because it turned on a light that crashed it. So yeah, there you go. That's the difference. That's how you can tell. Just a little tip. A little tip for on the road. Anyway, are you gonna do something ever? You stepped on this just now? So you're around here. All these items. Look what I did for you. I made a whole nice trail of items, and you're not touching any of them. Like, I can't do any tests. It's definitely not an Oni, so that one's off the table. Yurei, it would have... So Yurei would do an ability. Anonymous, thank you for the 5 gift subs as well. Anonymous chiming in. Unrio would have probably Ooh, that's not me, right? Or is it? Nope, that wasn't me. I'm too small. I'm too small to touch the motion sensor. There you go, ghost is here. So you're right here. We know this because we see it. So demon would have demon hunted? I mean, I guess my sanity might still be too high. Like, it might genuinely be too high for the ghost. I could drop my sanity by 16%. I think it just blew out the light. We could light one of these candles and drop our sanity with 16%. Ooh. Ghost event! Whoa! That's the shady ghost event, though. That's the shade ghost event. Like, the ghost, according to the devs, I'm pretty sure. I think so. I think that Psycho had that from the devs. According to the devs, they have a more, like, slightly higher likelihood of doing that ghost event. The, like, airball ghost event instead of the I'm in your face, look at me ghost event. Is the mannequin rotated? Oh, yes, it is. It is. Wild. What? almost forgot. So now I actually, that must be an early hunt. That must be an early hunt, right? Now, how early was that hunt? Was that an Unrio hunt? Must have been early. How? It's definitely, okay, so the one thing we know for 100 million trillion % is that it is not a shade, because a shade can only hunt at 35% sanity. We got one ghost event, and we have been holding the candle, which prevents any sanity drain, for the rest of the mission. So it cannot be a shade because of that. So the fact that we are getting no activity is just the ghost being shitty. What is our... Yeah, I'm gonna take a pill. 1, 2, and I can't take the third one, which means that it's almost... It's literally 100% that we were early hunted there. And the reason why is because the game doesn't allow you to take a pill. I can't take this pill. As much as I would like to, I can't. And the reason why is because we are now 95% or higher sanity. And we can't take the pill because of that. The game doesn't allow you to, so you can't just, like, at the beginning of the game, eat all the pills to troll your whole team, kind of. That's the idea. So, the lowest possibly we could have been was 45% sanity. But I don't think that was ever going to be possible because we were holding the candle the whole time. There's almost no way we were low sanity. So I'm pretty sure that was an early hunt, unless it was some very weird shenanigans. So that means we have an Unrio doing, like, the candle blowout hunt. We had a demon. I think it's just... Isn't it just a demon? It can't be a yokai because we have freezing. Or it could be a mimic. What? Wait, so it's a demon? What kind of pathetic demon is this? Wait, okay, we're going back. So this is why the candle is extremely useful on a no evidence run, because you need to know when you get early hunted. I think... Okay, my candle just went out by itself. So yeah. That was a little bit aggressive of you. You wanna show yourself, huh? Step on these motion sensors. Are you ever gonna throw an item? Like, are you ever gonna do anything? Do you not like it because I touched it? Is that why? Why are you not throwing anything? Like, this is gonna be one of those ghosts that at the end game stats is gonna say, like, 200 interactions, and you're like, what? Where? Why? What? Where? Like, I don't know why. It's always the shy ghost that gets, like, the highest interaction count for some reason. It happens every time. You're like, you were in the ghost room for the whole game, you didn't see a single thing, and then at the end it says, like, 70 interactions, and you're like, genuinely where? Genuinely where? That makes no fucking sense. So the Unrio, we could place a bunch of candles. Well, we should be at low sanity and then place a bunch of candles. It's very unlikely. I think we're just having a demon here. Now, what I could do, so I could take, you know what? This thing drops 16% sanity. Against a demon, that'd be, how much less? Wasn't it like 10%? Against a demon? How much less? Isn't it, so 40 becomes, 32 divided by 40 is 0.8, so it's 20% less. 20% less sanity drain when it's a demon. So it's gonna be times 0.8. If I light one of these candles, it's gonna drain 12.8% sanity if they implemented the demon correctly. Because the demon has less sanity drain by 20%. Will it drain less sanity on the cursed possession? So if I light 2 of these, I will be at like, wait, math, 25. I will be 25% lower over the demon hunting range. So if I light 2, I will be in the demon hunting range, but no other ghost. So I'm gonna light 2. 1, 2. I should now be exactly demon hunting range. And now we see if we can hunt. Hello? Please don't do a ghost event. We could, I mean, probably the safest way, but also the most boring way would be to like run away now and sit in a corner somewhere for like 10 minutes and wait until you get hunted eventually or not, right? I'm not really gonna do that. Like the way we can get ruined now is by the ghost doing a ghost event, and then we have lost track of our sanity, right? We're gonna be at like 60% when it does a ghost event, which is still pretty high. But we should be perfectly in range for demon now. A little bit scary, actually, to stay here like this. Should probably open this door so I can loop there in case it's necessary. This ghost is one of the weirdest. Just turn off the light for fun. Just for fun. Didn't actually do a ghost event, I'm pretty sure. It just turned off the lights for, it's like doing nothing. It just threw something for the first time. You heard that? It threw something. And it did the light. Wait. It did the light and threw something back to back. Like, what? Now all of a sudden it did something? Can't you check it with pills? Boy, the pill check is very rough. And also we don't have infinite pills. We only have 2 more. Can you give us a sign? I don't think it, no, it has to be an early hunted ghost or something is terribly wrong. Also, it threw one of these, I'm pretty sure. Because this was, I threw that over there before. So it has done some things, but very limited amount of things. I should have a smudge, actually. You know what? I'm gonna grab a smudge. Just in case we get hunted. I don't understand why we're getting no activity here. This is very strange. The only thing we have to do is repel the ghost. It's stepping on motion sensors. It's moving around, but it's not doing anything. What if it hunted at exactly 20 or 40? Like, it could have been 45% sanity perfectly. And then I took two pills to bring me to 95. But that would be like kind of crazy. Did it just blow that out? Or did it blow that out? Who would have known that the summoning circle would be a way to control your sanity? I mean, it's kind of in the design of the way that they make it that you lose sanity per candle. But that's kind of an interesting way to use them. Oh, it blew out my candle? Maybe it wasn't on Rio? Demon can now hunt. Like, I don't know why you're not hunting. Also, by the way, candles, if they're on the ground, don't prevent sanity drain. I think you have to place them at a higher elevation, like this. If I place them there, it should stop my sanity. The other one goes out too. Okay, so they're both out. Are you gonna do anything? Are you gonna hunt me like before? This is such a weird ghost. Like, I don't know what to make of this. Nothing is happening. I mean, it can't be a shade because it hunted too early for a shade. It can't be an Oni because nothing is happening. It's blowing out my candle left and right. That's like literally the only thing it's doing. Why don't you hunt off of that though? That would be so useful. It should eventually do that if it's on Rio. Maybe did it blow out my candle right as the hunt started? I don't think it did that. Mimic maybe, but like Mimic wouldn't be this like consistently inactive, I feel. Eventually it should turn into an Oni. This is a much harder run, but it's purely because of the behavior of the ghost being like incredibly shy. I wonder what the ghost in the ghost room stats are gonna be at the end of this. Maybe I should place these in this room. Like, is it moving into the other room? No, I don't think so. I could place them in here to see if it's moving into the other rooms. Like maybe, no, but it's not throwing something in there either. I didn't take out all the items. Wait, it touched a door upstairs? Wait, did it? No, it must have touched that door. Because it just walked that way. And then it, yeah, it must have been that door. Dang, this is very difficult. Can you give us a sign, please? Can you do anything at all? You did it upstairs? Well, how? Because here, see, the ghost is over there. Unless the range of the ghost, it can stand, like, right there and then touch the door upstairs. Should we close this door? Can you give us a sign? Okay, you're walking back this way. I don't think this is a demon. Like, a demon would have hunted me 100%. So now we can light again to bring us... So we're... If it's not a demon, we have dropped our sanity by 30%. Or like 32%, actually. Instead of the 25%. Or a little bit over 25%. Which means that dropping it one more time, like lighting one more candle, should bring us... Now, that's going to bring us into hunting range of pretty much anything. Okay, well, that's going to bring us into hunting range of... We should... Oh, it can't be. Ghost? Excuse me? Oh, yeah. 3-star ghost photo? I didn't see any ghosts. Did you see a ghost? I guess. So now we should be, like 60. We should be below 60. What? What? Now we should be below 50. What is even What the fuck? Little baby running around! At least he wasn't crawling. She was standing up. That's actually so rare. I am so confused by this ghost. Like, what have you... Everything is just going weird. So should we drop the sanity idea for now? It's hunted with my candle still on, right? Oh, it's hunting like crazy now. Should we loop? Oh, double back, you stinky bitch! Okay. No, I am not below. I don't think I'm above 50 anymore. Because of the 2 ghost events that we have back to back, and we lit 2 candles, right? 2 ghost events should have dropped our sanity by at least 10% or 20%. And lighting both of the candles should have dropped it by 32%, which the combined of that should be 52%. But now, what do we go from here? Where do we go from here? So we have Mimic is like the ultimate wild card. The twins seems unlikely because of the fact that, like, if there were 2 ghosts that both did nothing, like, that makes no sense. Like, we're getting nothing to happen, right? Nothing is going on at all. So the fact that it can't be the twins, that would be, like, stupid. Revenant is off the table now. We know it's not a Revenant. We know it's not a Hantu either. Yurei, it hasn't done a single Yurei ability, and they made the abilities more likely, right? It's not a Shade, not an Oni, not a Jin, so it's a Yurei on Rio, Demon, or... Yeah, or like twins or Mimic. But twins, I feel like twins can be ruled out. The Mimic, it's just like, what do you even do against the Mimic in this? Because the easiest way to detect a Mimic on Nightmares, get the 3 evidences, obviously. I mean, anyway, any It's always easier to get the ghost through the evidences most of the time. Sometimes, like a wraith and spirit, you can just do it really quickly. So demon could very much be the case. The Hantu is not so unreal. Are we gonna just place more candles now? I mean, why do you think... Like, can you explain to me why you think it's... Okay, this goes nuts. I have no idea why you think this is a Yurei. Yureis are really inconsistent behavior. What is that based on? That's not true. There's no such thing. Anyway, let's not have a discussion about rumors. When is it, like, is it gonna hunt me super quick again? I mean, obviously it could still be a mimic, but not, or a Yurei, but that's not confirmed at all. It touched that door now. Finally, it's doing something. Are you gonna hunt me early again? Okay, I'm gonna smudge. Okay, we smudged at 31:26 on this. I'm gonna run as fast as I can for another smudge. If we get hunted after between 1 minute, or like 60 seconds and 1.5 minutes, that's a demon, because a demon actually has a shorter smudge timer than any other ghost. So let's hope that I get back in there as soon as possible. I think I can make it. Go, 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 go. All right, so 20 more seconds, or 26 more seconds. If we get hunted, then, like, between that time... Oh, did it turn off the breaker? You, God damn it. 16 seconds. Excuse? Do something! Give me a sign! Hunt me! Kill me! Come on, do it! Do it now! Yes! It's a demon! Demon! 100%! It hunted between 60 seconds and 90 seconds. That's crazy. That's so good. Nice! That's awesome. We actually did that. Let's fucking go! Or mimic, but that would be way too koinky dinky. That would have to line up like 10 different coincidences. Whereas if it's just a demon, that's like, watch more. I'm just gonna smudge. Smudge! Okay, we're good. Run! So it should be a demon. So it hunted earlier, above 50% sanity, right? We showed that by taking two. Well, it could have technically been between 45 and 50. But that would be extremely weird, given that we were holding the candle the whole time, and we got. Did we get a single ghost event during that time? I don't know if we did. It didn't hunt very long, or it didn't hunt at all when we only had like when we lit those 2 candles at the summoning circle. Very strange. It didn't do anything. I'm curious to see the stats on this ghost afterwards. Like, what is it gonna be? Should we just light this summoning circle for fun? I'm down. I'm telling you right now, this is gonna say at least 50 interactions somehow on the end screen. And then we're like it's gonna be for sure like between 30 and 50 or something. Every time I get a ghost like this that doesn't do shit, the interaction screen afterwards always says like insane amounts, and I'm like, where? How? What? Okay, here we go. What the fuck? Let's just loop it. This is a little bit safer, I think. Run! Oh, you're... What the fuck? Okay, we're getting out of here. That sounded very low for... Like, I was like, is it Myling footsteps? But I don't think it is. Let's just go. Let's just go with Demon. There is a few possibilities. It could have been... It can be any ghost if it somehow managed to get our sanity right between 45 and 50 and then hunted. Too much of a coincidence to, like, consider that option. Like, we have to make some assumptions. Like, we can't just... like, that is such a small chance that there's, like... That we should rule out any ghost that can't hunt above 50% sanity. So that already rules out a lot of the ghosts. That rules out Twins, Hantu, Yurei, Revenant, Oni, Shade, and Jin. So it's only the Mimic, Onryo, and Demon that we have to consider. The Demon seems very clear, right? We smudged a ghost, and then before 90 seconds, and the reason why I'm pretty sure that we hit that smudge is because it just touched the motion sensor, and then I smudged right on top of that motion sensor. So there's no way it, like, missed the smudge. So it hunted that, and it also hunted early, like, very quickly, consecutively before. The Mimic the Mimic would have to align so many different things. It would have to have been an early hunting ghost, at one point when we got hunted. Then it had to have been a demon when we did the smudge test, which is, like, insanely stupid. So we're just gonna go with Demon here. And let's go. That is, like, by far the most likely scenario. But this was definitely a harder one. No orbs though? We didn't check for orbs. This is no evidence run. Yes! Let's go! 2 for 2, baby! Nice. Okay, so that is a cool thing. And that also is the first time I actually saw that smudge timer thing. I've never actually used that. Which is why no evidence runs are so fun, because they allow you to use basically all of the knowledge that you have. Sometimes you're gonna get an impossible one, like if we got an Onryo or a Goryo or Obake there, which are basically impossible to tell without evidence items. But yeah, that was a really fun one. Let's see the interactions. How many interactions? If this is anything, like, if this is anything above 30, this makes 0 sense. I told you it's gonna be some ludicrous number. Holy, where? 70? 70? Nothing happened! Nothing! The whole time, nothing happened! How did you hide 70 interactions? I don't understand. I think it might be like the ghost doing an interaction, but then, like, failing to find a target for it. Like, what can happen with the ghost is that it does an interaction if it's somewhere, and then it can't find an object to interact with, and then it doesn't do anything. It might be that those scenarios also get added to the tally. I don't know. There is absolutely no way it did 70 things. Like, I don't know. It seems to be bugged to me. Like, there's no way. 70 things. We were in that room, in the ghost room for 17 minutes, and we didn't hear shit at any point. I am so confused. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, we got it twice. We got the Revenant the first time, which is probably a lot easier. This time, it was really important, and I'm glad we did, that we actually held the candle, and we made very close... we paid very close attention to our sanity at every point. Because if you get an early hunting ghost, it's going to be very hard to tell if you're playing on Nightmare because of the broken board, or the broken sanity screen. So yeah, that was really cool. Hope that was interesting for you. Let me know if you want to see more no evidence runs in the future. I really like doing this because they teach you some of the more niche things that you don't often use, but that sometimes come in handy and are really fun to know. I really like these things. There's so much with every ghost. All the ghosts in this game are super interesting. I love this game. It's super deep. There's so many mechanics. And yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you liked the video, like it. If you disliked, dislike it. And if you want to join the lovely gamers here in chat, you can join us over at twitch.tv/insym every single day at 7 p.m. Central European time. Thank you very much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.